Hi everyone, this is Jules. I want to share how I am making my own little cherry blossoms to match my little projects. I'm working on a project right now and I wanted to make some cherry blossoms, and I came up with these, which kind of look like the cherry blossoms that we all have played with in the past. Let me grab a floral spray that I have. This is one of the cherry blossoms from Wild Orchid Crafts. This is only a double layer 5-petal. Got some little sprays in there in the center, or stamens. So but you know, if you don't want to color your own and you want to make some to match your project like this, to have the same coordinating paper, you can make your own. And they're slightly different where the petals are separated a little bit more. They're more gappy than the other ones, than the black ones I just showed you, but they can still work. So they're pretty easy to make. So let me show you what I used. I have a couple of my punches. These are BEK Success. This is the tiniest one that I have seen. And just so that you guys, so this is itty bitty one. This one is about 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5/8 of an inch wide. So that's just over ½ an inch. And then this one, another 5-petal, and I think these, oh yeah, these both are called retro flower. And this one is about 1 1/8. Yeah, about 1 1/8 in size. So for today I'm just using these two, and I know that there's a bigger one, and I do have one, but I'm not going to be using that one today. But these two that I have are the green ones, and I don't know if I got it at Michael's or Joann's, but you can find them there. So I went ahead and I'm using Graphic 45's Once Upon a Springtime paper collection, and this is what that looks like. I'm really close to my desk, so I can't really show the entire 8x8 pad, but this is what it is, Once Upon a Springtime. So it has all these pretty greens, blues, pinks, peaches, creams and stuff. So I went ahead and just made this one to show you guys what it looked like, and I'm using some stamens that are from Wild Orchid Crafts. So what I did is I just punched a couple of them to make some different, to do the 2 sizes, and these are 2 different colors. Okay, so what you want to do is I went ahead and punched out just 2 layers, and oops, sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. So what you want to do is flip one over so you have one of each side. Okay, so let's do the big one first. So I went ahead and just used my stylus, and this one is a 5mm ball, and this one is a 3mm ball. So for the little ones I did use a 3, for the big ones I'm using the 5. So you want to have one of the printed, whatever print on one side and the opposite side on the other. Okay, because you're going to be flipping them over. If you look at that closely here, you'll see that there's, this is the printed side on the inside, and you can see the printed side on this underside. Okay, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but okay. So what we do is either you can lightly mist it with some water to make it a little bit more softer, the paper softer. It's just easier, it tears easier when it's wet. So I have, with this project, I'm doing them while they're dry. So just roll your little ball at the end of the petal. And I am doing this on top of a mouse pad, the back side of a mouse pad. Okay, it's just easier for me. I think it works way better on the mouse pad, and I've never used anything else. Never tried to, only because it works perfectly fine on the back of a mouse pad. And put some pressure on there so you can cup it. I'm going to make it a cup shape here. And then I do bring in the petals. Like I go into the petal and then I roll it, bring the roller into the center of the flower. And I just do that so that it balls up really good. Okay, so once that's done, I just open it up a little bit, and then I get my paper piercer, which I have this one. This was my husband's from, I don't know, his toolbox I stole. So I went ahead and just pierced a hole in the center. And if you're not careful, you can totally tear your flower, so be careful. See that hole there? And for this big one, I'm using a different little stamens in the center. With this one, this little one, I'm using these tiny ones I found at Michael's. These ones are Well-Directed Crafts. These have the little balled ends. They're like little pollen. Is what it looks like to me. So I'm going to use 3 of those. So they actually come like this. So there's 2 on each end, and I literally just cut one up because I don't like to use 2 or 4. I like to use 3. I think 3 has a good number to it. So I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it through here, and this is the most difficult part for me because I have nails and sometimes I have to tear the hole open just a little bit more. Okay, that went through really good. So you want to put them at opposite ends. See how this is the bald side, that's the bald side. So you want to do them at opposite ends. It's kind of preventing the stamens from going in, so let me open it like that. Okay. Do the other one if I can get it to go. Sometimes you have to open the hole in the paper a little bit more to get it to go through. So just string it through. Sorry if you can't see, I'm just really trying to get it. Okay, went through the first one. Okay, got it through. Okay. So you want to hold it from the bottom here, and then before you get them to adhere, what I use is hot glue. Okay, really easy. I'm gonna get hot glue right in the hole. Nice little glob, just a little glob. Then you want to pull the stamens through. And when you pull it through, you want to push the flowers up to give it a little lift. And I'm just going to tug at this so it'll come all the way down here. Okay. There we are. Okay. When you pull it through, then the actual glue you're pulling the glue along with the little stems through the 2 papers, and it kind of like sticks them all together. That's why I leave it loose at the top and then I put the glue down, and then I slide it all the way down, giving it the lift so that it kind of squishes the glue. But if you want to, you can always add a little bit of glue here to kind of keep them together. And I did end up just pressing it just like that. And the glue's like back there. Okay, so there's your little cherry blossom. And then with the little ones, it's exactly the same way. I'm using the little 3mm ball, and here is one side and then the other side of the paper there. Actually, you can always use the big one and just do that if you want to. Just push it because the petals are so tiny. And then you can go back with it if you want to. Okay, same thing. I'm going to open it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pierce it on this side. flip that over and pierce that end. Okay, and then get the one stamens, and it is double-ended, and I ended up cutting it off. I'm going to pierce it through. So this is at both cupped ends. Okay, the round on the bottom, this is the round side, that's the round side, so you want them to touch. And that's kind of how the cherry blossoms, like the ones that the black ones that I showed you, that's what they look like. It's like one on top of the other, and one's like petaled up and the one's petaled down. Okay, and then you want to do the same thing with a little dab of glue. Yes, it can get messy, so just kind of watch yourself there. And you pull it through, and you push the petals up, or the flower up again to give it a lift, and then you're done. And there's your little baby cherry blossom. And you can use a couple stamens if you want to use there, but it's up to you. And I know there's a big glob of glue there, and if you want, you can go in and take them off, but sometimes if it's already too dry, it'll rip your paper, so you want to be careful of that. There it goes. Got that off. There it is. Alright, you guys, just wanted to share that. If you guys want to make some of your own, have fun with it. And you can I already cut these off, these stems. I cut those off because I'm gonna lay them flat on the ground, lay them flat on my paper. So you can just leave these on until you're ready to use them, and then clip them off if you wanna. There's my cherry blossoms, and I hope you guys liked the tutorial, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Jule signing out of the Jule box. Bye everybody.